right past me, you slept wrong. Not all pain turns to Teflon. If that's my soul, that's a bet wrong. Blue face patience, bank tested, breath long. Money be a raft when you trying to swim. And your vision is dim, cause the tunnel is grim. I done make a lot of shifts with the way of the wind. On the wind level win, so my high end is step strong. You fight for fun, I'd rather lose stupid trying till I go dumb. I always hated math growing up, now I know some. My time divided, weeks inspired, days revival. I was crying seconds, crying hard. Low with pride and lifted, tired, Jim spin off. Avoid the spiral with these wrecks society. Never salty, look back or spin wrong.
All my friends been society. No more look back, rewinding. The worth ain't done provided.
Big chips in, ain't got nothing to lose. On my worst days, still got nothing to lose. Keeping every word, ain't got nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose, I got nothing to lose. Know about a miss, seen a lot of passion. The color tone brushed by the pigment. Will never have a ring of its own diamond fit. Cause the pressure was admitted by another, not a team.
So I lost my way, now I'm trying to find my sense. Oh, dear Lord,
Looking good, my guy.
surrender. Dear Lord, surrender. Dear Lord, surrender. Dear Lord, surrender. Put your hands up if you with me, just surrender. I'm trying to be Christ-like, but young and so offended. God is like the police, you better up to surrender. Put your hands up like your life is almost ended. God will hold you up like you wearing new suspenders. Here to save the day like he one of the Avengers. This is God's show, I'm just one of the presenters. Yeah, he pulled up strings like he jamming on a fender. This is God's venue, I'm just one of the attenders. I just hope that you listen. This song is for Christians and anyone who feel like God is the mission. I'm spitting some facts, no I don't need permission. I'm spitting some facts like I do like the fiction. And you know it's real, you can hear my conviction. This song is for anyone locked in the prison that's praying at night with the deepest suspicion that God isn't here, but I know the fear because he is real. If you look in the mirror, you see his reflection and you can reflect him. Satan is lying, no fall for deception. I know that I'm right, no it's not my perception. And if you feel lost, then get some direction. They trying to kill off like all of the gender. Raise up your hands, now it's time to surrender. All these boys and girls, but we don't know what's the gender. Everything I say, yeah, they try to block and censor. So I've lost my way, now I'm trying to find my center. Oh, dear Lord, I surrender. Dear Lord, I surrender. Dear Lord, I surrender. Dear Lord, I surrender. Get your hands up if you with me, just surrender. I used to be on the street, I was homeless. So God lift me up, now that's the homie. I couldn't see nothing up until he showed me. Now I see that devil that's below me. Jesus Christ tab on my neck, that's respect. Crucifix on me, now I'm feeling so blessed. Hollywood demons out here truly are possessed. I guess that's why he put me in this wild, wild west. God's protection, no I don't need a vest. And I got that armor, I could wrap it like a crest. Everything I've done, I done already confessed. And I know he saved me cause my life was such a mess. Facts, no I don't need permission, I'm spitting some facts like I don't like the fiction. And you know it's real, you can hear my conviction. This song is for anyone locked in the prison that's praying at night with the deepest suspicion that God isn't here, but I know the fear of because he is real. If you look in the mirror, you see his reflection and you can reflect it. All these boys and girls, but we don't know what's the gender. Everything I say, yeah, they try to block and censor. So I've lost my way, now I'm trying to find my center. Oh, dear Lord, I surrender. Dear Lord, I surrender. Dear Lord, I surrender. Dear Lord, I surrender. Get your hands up if you with me, just surrender.
If you follow, now worship me. I give you the things of the word.
Kick them, P.
Like a necklace, I can't look right past the blessing. I'm too grateful. and an opportunity for these guys to get loose, find the range. We're almost at game time, folks. Welcome to a special edition of Sunday Night Basketball here on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson at the table with basketball royalty, Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, our reporter. And we are right in the heart of the season. Some teams starting to surge, others running into roadblocks.
That is the ebb and flow of an NBA season.
Well, Greg, I hope you're ready. We're going to be cranking our heads back and forth, watching these teams race up and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast.
Here's the starting group for Houston. A perimeter pair will be Thompson next to Durant. Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. And it's Shepherd in at the point. Now, here's Thompson. Last game we saw him score 14. Over in the corner, Shepherd. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Thompson. Puts up a 3. Warriors with the rebound. They won their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
Well, that's got to be an area of concern in this one. If they are able to dominate the boards again, it could be a repeat of the last meeting.
It seems like MP is always in the news nowadays. Recently, he was featured on the cover of Slam magazine.
A special honor for him for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if he grew up a fan of Slam like many players before him. This recognition has to feel weirdly nostalgic in a way.
Şengün kicks to Smith. Thompson from long range. And it's NB with the rebound.
I can circle back.
Love not the word.
I can circle back.
Now Thompson. He came away with 14 points in his last game. Here's Shepherd, covered by MP. Shot clock at 6.
wanna know the truth. I guess it's too much to ask. Like my body was at the Lincoln Memorial without a mask, huh? Can't believe what I'm seeing now. Got everyone thinking now. Just how much you
Mark, here we are in the heart of the season, and some teams are really hitting their stride.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, some teams, especially the really good teams, start to separate themselves from the others.
Reporters start raising hands. Is it better if we see you the questions far in advance? Honestly, all we really want is answers about your man. This defense around the capital, we just want to care on borders. But Harry Tubman on the 20, till we spent on borders. Trump decided to sign as many executive orders. You can sit in on a dictator or truly support it.
Thompson outside.
We'll circle back with you.
Circle back,
I'll have to just circle back with you.
circle back,
I'm happy to circle back.
circle back.
Over to the wing. Shepard, the pass to Şengün. Up top, Durant. Pass to Shepard. And they get it. Warriors with the rebound.
0 for 4 to start things off. Got a bit of a pillow fight brewing here, but they're going to get it going.
And so in the game for the Rockets. The perimeter pair will be Thompson next to Durant. Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. And it's Shepard in at the 1 spot.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And so the timeout taken here by Nba2k26. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jimmy Butler.
And sometimes you have to adjust your game as Father Time starts to take a toll. And I think we've seen that. He's still a valuable contributor. And look, what he may be doing less in terms of...
Baseline, melodies, got me in a chokehold. All day, all night, can't we? Baseline.
Step up in the spot on top, replay king.
Houston has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. So on the floor for Houston. Inside, Smith and Şengün. Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward. And it's Shepard in at the point guard. Thompson draws the double. The Rockets have gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Şengün, no good.
Rough patch here. 5 straight misses to begin the game.
You know, the more you watch Şengün, the more you wonder if he's just a guard in the body of a big man player.
Well, that's a pretty astute observation, B.A., because his passing is elite. I mean, his vision, he sees a half a play to a play ahead. I mean, you can actually run offense through Şengün.
And Houston has possession. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. Durant for 3.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, just an appointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring?
And so in the game for the Rockets, they'll see Durant and Smith playing up at forward. Thompson is out there with Shepard. And it's Şengün in at the center, filling out the middle. Now, here's MT. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. You know, you just can't say enough about the statistical marks that MP is putting up. I mean, Greg, this is just amazing stuff. How about his 20, 20, and 20 triple-double? I've never said that before. I mean, this is incredible.
And Kevin, something we've only seen from the likes of Wilt and Westbrook, right? That's the kind of dynamic, prolific dominance you've got to exhibit to manufacture a stat line like that.
A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Jimmy Butler.
Well, as your career goes along, you naturally lose a little bit. But he takes great care of himself. He puts a lot of effort into his preparation. And he's smart about picking his spots. That's why he's still a factor out there on the offensive end.
Now here's Thompson. Still yet to score. 6 on the shot clock. Şengün, no good.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
Outside for Curry. Back to Alston. Takes it inside. And the dunk by MP.
It's a nice take by MP. Those legs have a lot of life in them.
Rockets trail by 19. Here's Shepard. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Now, here's MP. He's got 9. And he drives in. And the dunk by MP. MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a cheat code.
Pass to Şengün. Puts one up.
This is a 5-star world premiere.
Taking a look at the Rockets. Thompson is the off guard with KD in small forward. Inside, Smith and Şengün. And it's Shepard in at the point. The drive by it. Oh, my goodness! Throw it down! Come on! You know, words sometimes don't do justice to MP's greatness on the court, Grant. But how about numbers? A 20-20-20 triple-double.
Oh, B.A., the kind of stat stuffing we'd only seen before from Wilt Chamberlain and Russell Westbrook. He's lighting up box scores, opponents, marquees, you name it. He is here to shine.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. I wanted to know what he had in store for Kevin Durant. He said, we have some plans, Coach said with a smile, but mostly it's about effort. We have to outwork him at all times. If we give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. So Coach is asking for his guys to go all out and try to slow KD down tonight. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Bogdanovich, that's good.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
They double-team Durant. Smith outside.
Here's KD. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
So on the floor for Houston, we'll see Durant and Smith playing up at forward. In the backcourt, we'll see Van Vliet.
I like this move to the full court press, putting some extra pressure on the offense.
Foul called on MP. That's his first foul. Aaron Gordon's checked in for the Warriors.
Substitution for your Warriors. Number
So on the floor for Houston. Inside, Smith and Şengün. Van Vliet runs the show with Thompson to his side. And it's Durant in at the 3, small forward. Now here's Durant. He's scoreless. Van Vliet on the wing. Launches it. Oh, great D that time from MP. We are all still talking MP's triple-double, Grant. A 60-20-10 game. My goodness.
Oh, as if 60 points isn't enough. MP adding in those 20 rebounds, 10 assists.
They double-team KD. And let's catch up now with the terrific Shams Charania, who's got some news out of the Eastern Conference. Shams.
Here's Thompson. He came away with 14 points in his last game. So the Rockets 5 now. Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward. Inside, Smith and Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the point.
He was wide open. That missed clearly on him.
Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A.
You know, words sometimes don't do justice to MP's greatness on the court, Grant. But how about numbers? A 20-20-20 triple-double.
Oh, B.A., the kind of stat stuffing we'd only seen before from Wilt Chamberlain and Russell Westbrook. He's lighting up box scores, opponents, marquees, you name it. He is here to shine.
Van Vliet against MP. Outside Durant. Thompson, a screen on Butler. 6 to shoot. Durant's shot is off. Golden State has gone 3 of 3 from outside and looking sharp here in the first. All right, let's quickly check in with Shams Charania. We're just hearing he has some news, action going on in the Eastern Conference, Shams.
Thank you, B.A. With the trade deadline nearing, the front office of the Orlando Magic have announced their latest moves. They are thrilled to be adding Nikola Vucevic to their team. He gives them size and shooting ability out of the front court that they can make to good use. Having him on the glass and sinking shots, that'll change the complexion of their game.
Good stuff there, Shams. Thanks for keeping us informed. Much appreciated, as always. Van Vliet with it. No made baskets yet. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Durant, down to 5 on the shot clock. From down in the low post, it goes.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing. Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Pass to Durant, puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Golden State.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Gordon. And midway through the season, here's a look at the Western Conference standings right now. You look at the Warriors, they are holding down the #1 spot in the conference. Not a bad position to be in. And, of course, Houston.
Oh, my. I mean, just hard on that one, B.A.
We are all still talking MP's triple-double, Grant. A 60-20-10 game. My goodness.
Oh, as if 60 points isn't enough. MP adding in those 20 rebounds, 10 assists. Come on, B.A. That's just not fair.
Here's Van Vliet. Thompson outside. 4-3. Gordon pulls it in. And the Warriors with possession. They're fresh off the win against the Pelicans.
I found it was an interesting game. Anything they couldn't get from their starters, they got from their reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
The three, Durant. Can't connect, making him 1 for 6 from the field. From deep, MP. Oh, he's been lethal. Connecting again, making him 9 for 9.
MP's been the catalyst for them tonight. Solid leadership from this young man.
Outside Durant.
I don't need no go down, I'm ready. Hashtag used to. I was like 15, 5 feet tall, trying to... Y'all on his... He only hang with...
I like this move to the full court press, putting some extra pressure on the offense.
So the Rockets 5 now. Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Then there's Alperon Şengün. And it's Hodges in a...
The winner is...
I'm a fast like concrete boy. In the basketball
There's 1:59 left in the first quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had... A minute 58 left to play in the first. So on the floor for Houston, VanVleet runs a show with Thompson to his side. Then there's Kevin Durant. Then there's Alperon Şengün. And it's Hodges in at the 4 slot. And we've got word on some action happening in the Eastern Conference. Shams, what's the latest?
Thanks, Brian. With the trade deadline nearing, the front office of the Orlando Magic have announced their latest move. They are thrilled to be adding Nikola Vucevic to their team. He gives them size and shooting ability out of the front court that they can make to good use. Having him on the glass...
Waking up in a dream, sleepwalking on another big stage. You never heard peace till you hear people scream your name and your son so far away from the place I used to be. Struggling usually, look at the new me, fate pursuing me. I can feel the energy in the air. It feel like I'm supposed to be here. Everywhere I go, I'm getting so much love.
Taking a look at the Rockets. Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Then there's Alperon Şengün. And it's Hodges in at the 4.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
And let's send it over to Allie the Force.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pelicans really lit up the floor. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he did everything else he could have wanted as well.